So today is Tuesday. That means we'll be doing lots of twists throughout our practice. If you have a strap available, please go ahead and have that handy. Keep in mind that we can also use a belt, a dish towel, any piece of fabric, and we can always, of course, go without and just figure it out as we go. All right, let's drop in with just a little bit of meditation, just a little bit of noticing what's here. So you can sit up comfortably tall. If you feel like your body needs to stand up, that's perfectly fine too. Keep in mind, it's your practice, it's your time. However you are, let's lift the heart up, soften the shoulders back and down. Imagine the crown of your head rising up, maybe draw the chin back in space a little. Your core can engage, but let's equally try to keep the belly soft. Some opposing ideas there. Keeping the belly soft, that way the breath can come in and expand it. And then when you exhale, gently engaging. Breathing here. Maybe we can soften the face, the jaw, the shoulders, the seat. And we're just giving ourselves a few breaths of dropping in. As you breathe, I'll share a quote today. This comes from Shirley Chisholm, the former U.S. representative. You don't make progress by standing on the sidelines, whimpering and complaining. You make progress by implementing ideas. You don't make progress by standing on the sidelines, whimpering and complaining. You make progress by implementing ideas. So that struck me because a lot of the times we'll have a good idea, but perfectionism or fear of failure might stop us from moving forward with it. So you might think of something perhaps in your experience, maybe it's something you've already overcome. Maybe it's something right now. And then connecting this with Aparigraha, our yogic theme of the month, this idea of letting go, of not possessing, maybe hoarding our ideas, and instead letting go, kind of trusting things to unfold. Good. Let's go ahead and invite a little movement in. You can start swaying. Maybe let the head move naturally. Breathing here. So any ideas, any creative endeavors that for some reason something's been holding you back, maybe we can let go a little. And so with that, I'll share an incomplete, imperfect idea, but one that's been swimming in my head since January or so. I try not to put any politics out there because it's everywhere, but yoga is inherently political. The idea that everyone deserves liberation and unity. And so Take Action Tuesday has been on my mind. This idea that we can maybe create a little community, a little network of accountability where we can share with each other on Tuesdays, just a little touch base of what we're doing to help uplift our community or redirect our Congress. So if you'd like, after class, you're welcome to drop your phone number in the group chat. You could send it just to me directly. And then later today or this week, I'll send out an invitation to a private chat group where we can become accountability buddies to each other and we can share, hey, today I called my representatives, or today I met a neighbor and built community that way. You are welcome to join, you are welcome to pass. All right, let's get into our twisting. So on an inhale, stretch your arms up, big stretch up. Exhale, take a twist to your right, lowering your hands down. Your right hand can land on the ground behind you. Sitting up nice and tall, maybe looking back over your right shoulder. Maybe pulling the eyes also all the way to the right. Big breath in. And release, facing forward. Next inhale, stretch your arms up, maybe look up. Exhale, twist to your left, lowering your hands down. Left hand behind you like a kickstand, rooted into the ground as you lift your heart, lift the crown of your head. Big breath in. As you exhale, maybe you look back to the left a little more. Maybe you even pull the eyes like you're looking at your left ear. And release, facing forward. Let's go ahead and bring the soles of our feet together, Baddha Konasana. And get yourself situated comfortably enough. So for some people, the heels really close to the pelvis feels right. For some, it's bringing the feet way far away. Find what's good for you. And then interlace your fingers. Release the index fingers to point up, Kali Mudra. Then stretch your arms up alongside your ears. We're really pulling the arms up. Take a big breath in. Let the breath go. You can keep breathing full breaths like that, or try out a round of about 10 breath of fire. So this is where we strike the navel back towards the spine. Big breath in. Hold full for a moment. And release, bringing the arms out wide, hands touching down on the ground. Pause for a couple natural breaths here. And notice anything that came up with that breath of fire. Sometimes it could be frustration if breath of fire is a little difficult. Sometimes we can feel the heat wash over us. Maybe there could be a sense of joy for just passing on it if it doesn't work for you. And then your choice, you can stay with your hands grounded, breathing full like this. You can return to Kali Mudra, interlacing your fingers, releasing the index fingers to point up, pulling your arms up, breathing deeply here, or another round of about 10 breath of fire. You can go ahead and start and go a little longer if you're already familiar. If breath of fire is new or difficult for you, the way for years I got into it was to stick out the tongue and pant like a dog. And that gets your body in the rhythm. Then you can draw the tongue in, close the mouth, and breathe through the nose. From wherever you are, big breath in. If your arms are up, really pull them up. Hold for a second. And drop the arms out wide, hands touch the ground. Big breath in. Slow breath out. Good. Stretch your right leg long in front of you. Left leg can stay bent. Hands to your rib cage. Imagine lifting up. Give yourself a slight rotation towards your right leg. Stretch the arms up again. Inhale. Exhale, hinge forward and down over your right leg. Janu Shirshasana, head to knee pose. Talk about Aparigraha. We don't have to be attached to the name and getting our head to our knee. We're just coming, so we feel a stretch on the back of the right leg. Breathing here, maybe returning to thinking about any ideas, any creative endeavors, any activism that has been speaking to you, but that maybe the need of perfectionism or the illusion of perfectionism has held up. Are there any ideas where we can let go of expectations and just give it a whirl? From your forward fold, let's go ahead and sit up tall. If you have a strap, go ahead and loop it under your right foot. Don't worry if you don't, you can just place your hands on your legs. Focus on lifting your heart. Imagine lengthening your spine. You could even close your eyes and visualize space between the vertebrae. If you have a strap, bring it into your left hand and we'll rotate our spine, twisting to the right, reaching the right arm back in space, and then setting it on the ground. You can lean over to the right a little. Some people might like to fold down more. We want our spine to be able to move in all directions. So since we're doing this slowly and mindfully, it's fine to be folding and twisting. We're compressing the right side of the spine and body, opening up the left side. One more breath. And then release, sitting tall. Stretch your left leg out. Pause for just a second. Notice the left leg, the right leg. And then bend the right leg. Right foot can press into the left leg, hands to ribs, lift them up, then stretch your arms up. Big breath in. Take a tiny twist to the left, then exhale, fold forward and down, settling in, Janu Shirshasana on the other side. Letting go of expectations of how it should be, and just looking for a stretch in the back of the left leg. Another slow breath in. And slow breath out. If you have a strap, go ahead and bring that around your left foot. Sit up comfortably tall. Lift your heart. Find a little lift and length. Strap in your right hand. Twist a bit to the left. Stretch your left arm back in space. And then drop your left hand to the ground. So we're in a twist, but we're a bit supported here. Breathing, maybe you fold forward and down a bit. You might notice compression on the left side, expansion, extension on the right side. And we'll slowly release, sit up tall, stretch both legs long, maybe give them a shake. Again, if you have a strap, bring it under your right foot. If you don't have a strap, you could bend your right knee and grab the foot and then just mimic what we're doing, extending the leg as far as you can. All right, so sitting up tall, strap or hand around the right. Okay, let me start over. Left hand to the strap or to the right leg. Sitting up tall. Lift your right leg off of the ground and then rotate to the right. Now we can stretch the right arm back in space. Keep sitting up really tall. Looking for a stretch on the back of the right leg. You might be feeling something around the IT band also on the outside of the right leg. One more breath in and release, facing forward. Switch the strap if you're using it to the other foot, left foot. And strap or leg to the right hand, sit up tall. Lift the left leg off of the ground. Rotate to the left, stretch your left arm back in space. Breathe here. Good, slow breath in. And release. All right, releasing the strap. Let's go ahead and come into tabletop. If you like using a block between your legs to help you stabilize your hips while we do a little bit of thread the needle, then go ahead and do that. So I like to squeeze the block just between the thighs. And then from hands and knees, a couple rounds of cow and cat. Inhale, drop the belly. Exhale, arch the spine. Move with your breath. And come through center. We'll keep moving today with thread the needle. So inhale, twist to the left. Maybe you lift your left hand to the sky. Exhale, thread the needle. Left arm going under the right arm. Maybe tapping that left shoulder to the ground. Then inhale, left hand to the sky, twist to the left. Exhale, twist to the right, left shoulder to the ground. Inhale, left hand to the sky. Exhale, left shoulder to the ground. Come back to tabletop. Inhale, right hand to the sky or twist to the right. Exhale, right shoulder to the ground. Inhale, hand to sky. Exhale, shoulder to earth. Inhale, hand to sky. Exhale, shoulder to earth. And then return to tabletop. You can keep the block if you've got it. Find downward facing dog. So tucking the toes, lifting the hips. Maybe shake out the head a little bit here. Press the chest towards the thighs. Soften your knees. Walk your hands back towards your feet about halfway. So depending on your mood or perspective today, we're in a very short down dog or a very long forward fold. Knees can be bent here. Reach your right hand towards your left ankle and take a twist to the left. Then really push the ground away through your left hand and arm. Lift your left hip up and back. Try to make a straight line from the left hand up the arm, shoulder, side body, hip. And then release, right hand to the ground. Take it to the other side. So left hand to the outside of your right ankle or wherever you can get. Pull that right hip up and back. Push the right arm and hand into the ground. Looking under your armpit. Trying to imagine a long line from the right hand up the arm, elbow, armpit, side body, and hip. And release. Walk your hands to the top of the mat. Drop your knees. Remove that block if it's there. And then we'll come back up to downward facing dog and tiptoe ourselves to the top of the mat. From your forward fold, inhale, lift up halfway. Shoulder blades slide together, look ahead. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, rise all the way up. Big full body stretch. Exhale your hands to your heart. Inhale, stretch to the sky. Exhale, hinge over to your right side. So like a banana shape. Inhale, come to center, reach up. Exhale, hinge to your left side. Inhale, center. Exhale, fold down. Hands touch the ground or blocks. Step your right foot back in space. You could drop the right knee or keep it lifted. On an inhale, twist to the left, reaching the left arm up. And if you want, take the arm in a few circles. And then return to face forward, hands to earth. Find plank pose. Knees up or knees down. You're equally strong. It's all good. Big breath in. Breathe out, lower down. Point the toes back. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, lower down, tuck the toes. Downward facing dog. Just passing through here. From down dog, shift forward to plank pose. Really engage your core. Imagine the spine lifting up to the sky, so the spine might be rounded. Draw your right knee towards your nose, and then out to the right elbow, and then over to the left elbow, and then back to your nose. One more time. Right elbow, left elbow, back to your nose. Step that right foot to the top of the mat. You could drop the left knee or keep it lifted. Inhale, reaching your right arm up to the sky. And then take that arm in some circles. Another breath in. And breathing out, right hand to the ground. Step your left foot up, forward fold. On an inhale, lift up halfway. On an exhale, fold down. And breathing in, rise up. Breathing out, hands to your heart. Pause here. Let yourself recalibrate. Notice maybe there's a heat in your body, maybe a tingling, stretching sensation. Maybe it's exhaustion. And no judgment of what we find. We'll inhale, reaching up, doing it again. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold down. We'll rise back up. Big breath in, reaching to the top. Exhale, hinge over to your right side. Banana shape. Inhale, center, reach up. Exhale, hinge to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, fold down. Okay, now hands to the ground. Step your left foot back in space. How about we all drop the left knee this time and see about bending it, pulling the left foot towards your hip. This way we're getting a quad stretch. And then take a twist to the right, reaching the right arm up, or maybe trying to find that left foot in space. Don't stress if you don't get it. Breathing here, we'll give it a couple of breaths. So for a quad stretch, we need extension in the hip, so the femur moving back in space, and flexion in the tibia, so bending the knee. Give yourself another breath or two here. Good, then release, facing forward. Step yourself back to plank pose. 2 breaths this time in plank, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, and when you're ready, lowering down. Point your toes back. Inhale, cobra or baby cobra. Exhale, lower down. Tucking the toes, we'll find downward facing dog. Just a breath or so. See if you can let your head get really heavy here. Then on an inhale, let's lift the left leg to the sky. Whoops, shift forward to plank pose. Pull that left knee towards your nose. And then left knee to left elbow, left knee to right elbow. Back to center. Left knee, left elbow, right elbow. Back to center. Then whatever it takes, step that left foot up to the top of the mat. Go ahead and drop your right knee. We can always cushion under it if needed. And then bend the right knee, pulling the right foot towards the hip. So getting a quad stretch here. As you're ready, take a twist to the left. You could reach your left arm up or back. Maybe you find your right foot. Several breaths here. Notice what's happening for you. How is the depth of the breath? And maybe feel the difference if you were breathing shallow. Feel the difference as you start to breathe more deeply. How perhaps you can feel it through your body, especially where you're feeling the stretch. One more slow breath. And release, facing forward, hands on the ground, big breath in. Step your right foot all the way up to the top of the mat, fold forward. On an inhale, lift up halfway, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, rise up. And exhale, hands to your heart. Stand tall in mountain pose. Hands can stay at your heart or drop down by your sides. All right, we'll play with a bit of balancing. So you can either keep it small, move to a wall, or just go for it and see how it goes. If you've got a strap, you're welcome to grab it. And then we'll hold the strap in the right hand, left hand to your hip. If you don't have a strap, you can hold the right leg with your right hand or reach for your right foot. All right, with the strap, looping it under your right foot. Stand nice and tall. And just notice what's happening. Maybe you're like excited because you love this. Maybe some part of you is not excited. And see if we can just kind of wash all of those, like cleanse that palate. Wash any thoughts or expectations away and just notice our feet on the ground. Right now, both feet are rooting down. We can shift our weight into the left leg, squeezing those left gluteal muscles. No expectations of going anywhere but here. Lifting the heart, nice long torso, broad chest. This is a great place to stay. Maybe your right foot is already hovering off of the ground. From here, you can go ahead and twist to the right. If you're using a strap, you can bring the strap into the left hand and reach your right arm back in space or place your right hand on your low back. So here we are in a twist. Now, if you wanted to lift the right leg more, go for it. So we could bend the knee to get there, or we could keep the leg straight. Again, if you're using your hands, you can have your left hand under or over the right thigh, or you could be reaching for any part of the foot that feels good. Since I've got a strap today, I'm going to walk my left hand up the strap just as far as it feels like it needs to go. Still standing down into the left leg, engaging the left gluteal muscles. And then rotating to the right. Just a couple more breaths. If you're feeling really steady wherever you are, maybe you also rotate your head a bit more and also your eyes. Everything looking to the right. And then see how slowly you can let it go. Eventually standing with both feet on the ground and just noticing what's here. And if a little shakeout or a little massage would feel good, give that to yourself. And then we're going to switch to the other side. So again, we can kind of cleanse the palate, let go of expectations. If you're using a strap, go ahead and loop it under the left foot. Right hand on your hip, shift your weight into the right leg. Squeeze that gluteal muscle group so our hip is not jutting out. We're stacking our joints here, lifting our heart. And little rotation to the left. If you're using a strap, you could go ahead and bring it into the right hand and reach your left arm back in space. This is a fine place to stay. Left foot might just barely be hovering off of the ground or even still connected to the ground. Or maybe the left leg stretches in front of you in any way. Lifting the heart, rooting the right foot down. Breathing. If you are feeling steady, maybe you can rotate the head a little bit more to the left. Maybe take the eyes a little bit more to the left. And how is the breath? And release. Take your time. You can set the strap aside. Give yourself a little shake out. And then let's stand tall, stretching the arms up and out. Give yourself a little confidence boost after the balancing challenge. Big breath in. And out. Okay, let's come down to the ground. Where does the time go? Coming onto the ground, we can lift the feet off of the ground, knees over hips. Let your legs fall to the left side. Just a breath here. And come back to center. Breath in, breath out, legs to the right side. And come back to center. Feet on the earth, stretch your legs long. Allow yourself to rest here. Practicing letting go, enjoying this moment. You don't make progress by standing on the sidelines, whimpering and complaining. You make progress by implementing ideas. Shirley Chisholm. Breathing and stretching, maybe calling to mind again any ideas that you've been holding off on implementing. Maybe it's a creative project, whatever it could be, just thinking what would happen if you let go of expectations and just gave it a go. And then when you're ready, we'll meet in an easy seat, taking any movement that feels good as you get there. And if you'd like to close this 30-minute practice by chanting the ancient sound of Om, you can join me with your hands at your heart, sitting tall. Big breath in for this vibration. Om. Deep bow of gratitude for you and your practice and all the ways you serve.